time. We thank our ball boys, ball girls. Welcome Natalie here tonight as one of our ball girls.
Hello again, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome inside the Royal Brome Pavilion in Seattle, Washington, where we have a GNAC volleyball matchup between the Seattle Pacific Falcons and the Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks. My name is Max Gunn. Great to have you with me. As we get set to go, here are the starting lineups for this afternoon's match for Seattle Pacific. Taking the floor first, it'll be Gabby Odo, Simone Tran, Mandy Batiste, Haley Gaines, Sean Crespi, and Mally Donahoe, with the libero as Amanda Ganetti. On the other side, for the visiting Nighthawks from Northwest Nazarene, Tammy Henninger will start alongside Abby Bloom on the outside, joined by Kayla Sell, Megan Nelson the center, Natalie Knopf in the middle, joined by Taylor Markland there, and the libero for the visitors is Shaylee Siegfried. The Falcons have dropped 3 in a row here at home at the Royal Brome Pavilion, trying to rebound. They were swept in 3 games 48 hours ago against Central Washington, trying to rebound against the Nighthawks, who lost in 4 sets a couple of days ago to St. Martin's. Maddie Batiste will serve it first, and we are underway at Brome this afternoon at 2:04 p.m. Simone Tran gets it up to Sean Crespi, who reached triple-digit blocks the other day, and she picks up her first point today, and the Falcons take an only 1-0 lead. Sean Crespi went over 100 blocks for the second time in her 4-year career. Now has 102 on the season. 1 serving, nothing. Falcons got off to a really good start in the first game against Central before faltering when they fell 25-18. Really the Wildcats match the rest of the way. It's even at 1 point apiece.
In for the Falcons on the floor, Amanda Ganetti, and serving is Tammy Henninger.
1 serving, 1 in set number 1. There's Gabby Odo. Picks up.
For the Falcons. Also, our other ball girl today is Faith. Faith joining Natalie.
So 2 serving, 1. Falcons ahead early.
Serving.
Simone Tran back to serve. Big time hit there. Nice dig by Ganetti. That's number 6, Abby Bloom. But there are the Falcons.
The right side by Falcons.
Haley Gaines getting the job done.
Tran serve.
3 serving, 1. Falcons have an early lead. Nice job by Crespi in front of the net. Gabby Odo running into the first row of the seats. Points picked up by the Nighthawks. Kayla Sale, the outside hitter, right at home in Nampa, Idaho. Nearly had to leave her house to play her college volleyball. Haley Gaines hit it right into the side of the Falcons net, and it's even. 3 serving, 3. It's a very disappointing loss for Northwest Nazarene against St. Martin's up in Lacey. St. Martin's, the Saints really struggling this year. That was just their 4th win. They're now 4-17. There's another error into the net, and the Nighthawks take a 4-3 lead. Northwest Nazarene in that match on Thursday against St. Martin's. Again, they lost in 4 sets, but they won the first game pretty handily too, 25-14. As an ace is picked up by number 1, Shaylee Siegfried, to make it 5-3. Siegfried back, sends it away. Tran setting up Gaines. Too strong. And bounce it goes. 6-3 Nazarene. But Northwest Nazarene won the first game pretty handedly, 25-14, and they were so close in the second set. lost 25-23, so just by 2 points. And then things went downhill for them as they lost the next two. Shot Crespi. Pax went in there. Turned the deficit to 2 at 6-4.
Falcons point, Jake Hooker in the match and serving is Kelly Odo.
Odo back to serve for the Falcons, but that was a huge swing of events as Sean Crespi gets it done again in front of the net. It's now just a 1-point contest, 6-5. Odo will serve to try and level the score here. Nazarene was so close to going up 2 sets to nothing. And instead they lose by 4 to a team that's been really struggling. As Amanda Ganetti hitting it right into the Falcons side of the net. Give the point and the serve back to Northwest Nazarene.
Into the lineup, number 5, Casey Lee, number 9, Ruth Foster. Lee serving.
Kenzie Lee, the freshman setter, inserted into the match by Doug English, and she will go back to serve. Here's Crespi, she's feeling it. But it's dug out of there by the Nighthawks, and it's sent over by Henninger. Tran setting up Gaines, the opposite, gets it to go. Haley Gaines with a beautiful free session. Tran racks up all those assists as the Falcons setter. She's on pace to be the all-time leader in Falcons history in assists. She's averaged just a little more than 20 the rest of the way, and that's no problem for her. She's been averaging over 30.
Violation against Northwest Nazarene. Falcons point, we are tied at 7.
7 serving 7. We're even here in the first set. Ganetti sends it down. There's a point for the Nighthawks. That's number 9, Foster, the redshirt freshman from Boise.
Serving for the Nighthawks.
Finds some space on the floor to convert. Sal back to serve. Dug out of there by Odo. Tran setting up Gaines. What a stop. In front by Northwest Nazarene. That's number 10, Natalie Knopf, the blocker senior from San Clemente, California. Stands 6'1". She's the tallest Nighthawk, and she showed her length there. Northwest Nazarene back up by 2. Here's Gabby Stegmoller, and that one stays in. Time punch there from Stegmoller, the sophomore. That's the Falcons. 2 within just a point. Haley Gaines back to serve, and that's down for an ace. Right on that back line. Northwest Nazarene let it go. They thought it was heading out. It just was able to sneak in.
Gould will serve.
Aaron Gould, fresh into the match, will go back and serve. We've seen Abby Wright do that quite a bit throughout the last couple of matches. Put her in a situation where she comes in to serve right away. Now there's going to be a timeout on the floor.
Coach for Northwest Nazarene is challenging the call whether the ball
looks like they're going to review.
The play is under review.
That last play from Stegmoller. That for now, even the match certainly looked like that it was in. Both officials on either side of the floor. The flag down to signal in. So they're taking a look at it over at the scores table. Northwest Nazarene started the season just 1-11. And 6 of those first 11 losses came in 3-game sweeps. So they've had a very down year and never were able to really recover. They're just 5-17 as we stand now. Northwest Nazarene historically a very good program under Doug English, but they lost a lot of seniors last year, and they have felt the brunt of that. Annie Farrell, Kendra Bodie each had over 440 kills last year for the Nighthawks, as well as Mary Thomas. 3 of their top offensive players from last year, and they all graduated, and Nighthawks have felt that void. They've had trouble filling those gaps. So after the replay, the point stands. That one just did get over from Gould. So it's 9 serving 9. Eddie with a nice dig. Tramp bumps it up. There's Hooker. So the Nighthawks is batted into the net.
Kayla Owen into the match, as well as number 13, Taylor Markman. Owen serving.
So back to serve now for Northwest Nazarene is Kayla Owen, the freshman from Colorado Springs. Hooker with a little soft toss, nearly did get it to go, but it's kept alive by Foster. The Nighthawks able to convert. They go up 11-9 in this first set.
Kayla Owen serving.
Tammy Henninger picked up the kill there. Henninger averages 2.5 kills per game. He's out of bounds off of the Nighthawks. Falcons
In for
point
Northwest
to make it
Nazarene.
11-10.
Serving for the Falcons, number 18, Mallie Donahoe. Off to
Mallie
Marks.
Donahoe back to serve. Falcons looking to even this one up. Well, looked like it may have been going out, but it was dug out of there.
With the left side kill.
Siegfried, but now the Falcons leaving it up anyway.
Time at 11.
Gabby Odo makes it 11 serving 11 as Donahoe sends it off. This dig by Donahoe coming back up. Odo will look for two straight, but it's too strong out of bounds.
Goes out of bounds. Falcons touching.
Nazarene takes a 12-11 lead.
Northwest Nazarene point. It is number 8, Megan Nelson. Number 6, Abby Moore. Nelson serves.
That serve just did get over here. Stegmoller. Net.
Against Seattle Pacific.
And it goes out.
Nighthawks point.
Point to Northwest Nazarene. Back to serve, Megan Nelson. Henninger denied. Gannetti bumps it up. Here's Odo looking for a kill. Nice dig by Siegfried. Falcons need to get it over. They do. Nice job by Aaron Gould running towards that score. Stay able to get it. Henninger dug out by Gannetti. Donahoe too strong. It's out of bounds. Point lead in the first set.
We have a timeout on the floor called by Seattle Pacific.
Timeout.
3-point lead for
To
Northwest
talk to her
Nazarene.
team. 3-point deficit for the Falcons, down 14-11 early in set number 1. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one, two, and you're back. Listening to Volleyball Extraction today. Welcome back out of the timeout. Falcons down by 3. It's 14-11. Abby Wright just called that timeout with her team facing their largest deficit here of the set. Nice dig by Gannetti. There's Stegmoller. Whistle blows. The violation and the point goes to Northwest Nazarene. Served up by Nelson. Odo trying to answer. Boy, that was a nasty, nasty slam in a good way, but Siegfried was able to dig it out, but then the ensuing hit goes out. Falcons pick up the point. Falcons down by 3. Look at 4. Down in front of the net. It goes out of bounds, point to the Nighthawks. Cami Henninger back to serve. Tran pumps it up to Donahoe. There to dig it out was Nelson. There's Odo on the outside. Point goes to Northwest Nazarene. Number 13, Taylor Marklin, the freshman from Cave Creek, Arizona. Able to get it in there to make it 17-12 Nighthawks. The Nighthawks have beaten Seattle Pacific quite a bit over the last couple of years as they pick up an ace to make it 18-12. Northwest Nazarene has beaten the Falcons in 12 straight matches. Seattle Pacific has not beaten the Nighthawks since 2012. We'll try and turn that around today, down by 6 here in the first set. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back. You're listening to SPU Volleyball on Stretch Internet. Out of the timeout, Cami Henninger to serve it up for Northwest Nazarene. Tran sends it over to Crespi. Good idea, just didn't work out. Nighthawks are right there. There's Odo. Reaching back, but it's out. 19-12, Nighthawks. This is the second and final matchup within the GNAC conference schedule this season between the Nighthawks and Falcons. Northwest Nazarene beat SPU in 5 games back on September 27th. That was in Idaho. That one's too strong, out of bounds. Off in the right hand. Number 6, Abby Bloom. Pulls the Falcons to it in 6. Now 19-13. Simone Tran will serve. 5-game mark has been the Achilles heels of this Falcons team this season. Taylor Marklin gets it to go in front to make it 20-13. Falcons just 1-5 when their matches have gone a full 5 this year. Taylor Marklin called her name a couple of times already this afternoon as Simone Tran sets up Odo trying to get something going. She does. Nice job by Gabby Odo. Well, the Falcons do it in 6 again, 20-14. Taylor Marklin is coming off of the GNAC Offensive Player of the Week award. Freshman middle blocker. Combined last week when Northwest Nazarene was at home. Combined for 21 kills and 4 blocks against Western Oregon, as well as Concordia. The official now over at the scores table, reviewing something. This match ready to continue. Falcons trying to claw their way back. Good kill by Haley Gaines. Third of the day. Falcons player on the floor this afternoon. And the Falcons now down 15-20. Just a 5-point spread here in the first set. Make it 6. And a heavy hit in the middle to make it 21-15.
Serving will be Mackenzie Lee.
First kill of the day for Knox. She doesn't get a ton. That was just her 50th of the year. And a blocking threat. Gaines too wide. As it goes 22-15. West Nazarene in front. Doug English, head coach for the Nighthawks, clapping his hands on the bench. That's what he sees here from his team in this first set. There's Hooker. Denied, dug out of there by Henninger. There's Gaines. Picks it up. Haley Gaines has the last two Falcons kill.
Devastating over back in. Amanda Ganetti serving.
Sit back to 6. And Ganetti will serve, and she commits an error.
Off the top of the net, that'll be a point for.
Now the Nighthawks just 2 points away from taking the first set. And Ganetti at 13 digs. The Falcons get another point there. 13 digs on Thursday. Central.
Now serves.
And that for Ganetti. Pulled her to within 14. All-time list. There's an ace for Haley Gaines. Falcons down by 5, 18-23. Gaines to serve again. Second ace of the day for Haley Gaines.
Back in for the Falcons, number 11, Aaron Gould, also helping out for Northwest Nazarene.
Foster.
Serving number 4,
Gathers the
Kayla
kill. And now Northwest Nazarene will serve for set number 1. Back to do it is number 4, Kayla Owen. Tran sends it over right in front of the net. Nighthawks are there. Dug out of there by Gould. Tran setting up Stegmoller, trying to keep this set alive. And does so for the time being. Henninger gets it over. Gould to Tran. Here's Hooker. Another round. Nice return by Northwest Nazarene, and ultimately they would take the first set this afternoon. Taylor Markland in front, doing a terrific job. I mentioned she's the reigning UNAC Offensive Player of the Week. She had a pretty good first set. Northwest Nazarene takes set number 1 on the road, 25-18. Side second set coming up. Falcons in an early hole. Step aside, you're listening to UNAC Volleyball. Stretch ahead. Welcome back to the Royal Brome Pavilion in Seattle, Washington. My name is Max Gunn. Delighted to have you along on Stretch Internet today. The Seattle Pacific Falcons in a 1-0 hole against Northwest Nazarene. As we start set number 2. Just 2 days ago, when the Falcons fell behind 2-0 heading into the break, and then ultimately were swept by Central Washington. They look to give it up at 1 set apiece heading into the break today. Northwest Nazarene will serve it up to start this set. And it is sent away by Megan Nelson. Picks up an ace to make it 1-0 Nighthawks. Nazarene took the first set 25-18. Haley Gaines led all players with 4 kills. And this one's evened up at 1 point apiece.
Killing point, Sean Crispy for the Falcons.
Crispy picks it up. Now Amanda Gannetti will serve. SPU committed 12 errors in that first set, just 6 for Northwest Nazarene as the Nighthawks get another point to make it 2-1.
Serving for the Nighthawks, number 2, Cammie Henninger.
Now Cammie Henninger will go back to serve. Stegmoller. Dug out of there by Nelson. Siegfried. Setting up Sale.
Right side kill by Kayla Sale.
And Kayla Sale will pick up the point to make it 3-1. So 2 straight rattled off by Nazarene. And Henninger back to serve again. Donahoe with the dig. Trent setting up Hooker. Whistle blows. And that's going to be a violation. Net violation on Northwest Nazarene. And the Falcons down by 1. Haley Gaines back to serve. Gaines has been such a key part of this Falcons team. Graduate transfer from Concordia Irvine. Hooker picks it up. Jaden Hooker evens it at 3 points apiece. Gaines to serve again. Too strong. Gaines has a couple of aces today, but a couple of errors now as well, and it's 4-3 Northwest Nazarene. Shaylee Siegfried, the senior from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, back to serve. Away it goes, and he gets the ace. 5-3 Nighthawks. Siegfried was all-state in high school in Colorado. And here she goes again, back to serve. Gannetti with the dig, Tran to Stegmoller. A nice dig by Siegfried. He keeps it alive again. Good rally here. Hooker reloads. Too strong. Out of bounds it goes. 6-3 Nazarene. Hooker did everything right, but keep it in bounds. And there's an error on the serve by Shaylee Siegfried. And the point serve back to the Falcons, down 6-4.
Gabby Odo and Maddie Batiste return for Seattle Pacific.
Maddie Batiste, Gabby Odo back in for SPU, and Gabby Odo will go back at serve. Away it goes, dug out by Siegfried. Bloom with a big hit. That's Aaron Gould getting a piece of it. Tran tried to shuffle it over to Noah Val. Now Tran with a nice dig. Here's Batiste going for the kill. Henninger able to come up with it, and that one goes out of bounds. Point to the Falcons. Kayla Sale on the outside. Wide left. And SPU down by just 1 at 6-5. Away it goes. Big time stuff in the middle from Natalie Knopf to make it 7-5. Mackenzie Lee and Brooke Foster, with Lee going back to serve, now into the match for the Nighthawks. Batiste tries to get it over. That one looked like it was going out, but it was touched by Lee. Odo, dug out by Siegfried. There's Sal, gets the kill. Kayla Sale makes it 8-5 Nighthawks. There was an article written about Kayla Sale on the Nighthawks website a couple of weeks ago. Is Maddie Batiste too strong with it to make it 9-5 Nighthawks? But that article was talking about how Sal is really a jack of all trades for Northwest Nazarene. She was a serving specialist her first 2 years within the program, as that's an error committed to give the point and serve back to SPU, down 9-6. But now, after being the defensive specialist, or the serving specialist rather, she's now an outside hitter. And Sal was an outside hitter in high school, but switched positions her first couple of years at Northwest Nazarene because the Nighthawks were loaded at the outside hitter position when she got here. Point goes to the Falcons. Maddie Batiste in front there. And it was batted into the Nighthawks side of the net. But they were loaded with those seniors that I mentioned a little bit earlier in the broadcast, with Kendra Bodine and Maddie Farrell and Mary Thomas. Sal contributing at her natural outside hitter position again for Northwest Nazarene. That one is out, right off of the hand of Sal. And the point goes to Seattle Pacific, down by 1 now. It's just 9-8. They're committed to make it 10-8. Service error on SPU. The Nighthawks head coach Doug English was clamoring about Sale, saying every team needs somebody to do the non-glorious work. And he compared her to an offensive lineman in football, or a Dennis Rodman type player who rebounds and does the dirty work, don't get a lot of press, but very, very vital to the program's success. And Sal is having a terrific year for Northwest Nazarene. Really had a great career for the Nighthawks, and her coach certainly appreciates everything that she's done, moving positions a couple of times. Also blows through that rally, and it's a point to the Falcons.
Tied at 10.
All tied up at 10-10. Another whistle. That's going to be a net violation on the Falcons to give the Nighthawks an 11-10 lead. Kayla Owen, the freshman, serves, and it's an error. Too strong, out of bounds it goes. 11-11 here in set number 2.
Number 9, J.D. Hooker. Also number 18, Melanie Donahoe, who serves.
Allie Donahoe back to serve for Seattle Pacific. Dug out by Siegfried. Heavy shot from Foster, but denied. Now here's Haley Gaines trying to give the Falcons the lead. But right there are the Nighthawks. Crespi in front. Tran setting up Hooker. Sent back by Kayla Sale. Gaines will try again. What a return by Northwest Nazarene. And the whistle blows. Falcons thought they had kept it alive, but that point was down. 12-11 Nazarene. Tammy Henninger with the kill there, the senior from Fruitland, Idaho. Won a state title. Was the MVP of her team at Fruitland High School in 2014. The Falcons evened it up at 12-12 now. Andy Gannetti back to serve. It's Haley Gaines who picked up that last kill. Gannetti commits the service error. So 13-12. Nighthawks in the lead. Gaines picks it up. And we're all tied at 13. Gaines has the last 2 SPU points. And it was Gaines' turn to serve, but she'll take a seat as Abby Wright goes to Aaron Gould, who commits the error to make it 14-13 Nighthawks. Siegfried serves for Northwest Nazarene. Hooker trying to even it up at 14-14. Came very, very close. Nighthawks need to get it over and do. Tran! Whistle doesn't blow, or does it? Yes, it does. Simone Tran. Seemed to be some confusion on the floor. Nazarene thought they had kept it alive. Tran points to the official, pleading that was down for a point, and ultimately it was. Really nice job by Simone Tran. We've seen her do that time and time again. Really good back and forth action in the second set. 14-14, make it 15-14 Falcons. Abby Stegmuller and Simone Tran in front, and the Falcons have the lead. That one too strong, out of bounds, off the right hand of Megan Nelson, the junior from Boise.
Back in, Mackenzie Lee and Brooke Foster. Lee to serve.
Just called that one in. Barely, they changed the call. And now Nazarene up 16-15. Back to serve it up, Mackenzie Lee. Cool to Tran, setting up Odo. Finds some space. Tied once more, 16-16.
Sean Crespi back into the lineup. Gabby Stegmuller serving.
So after the Nighthawks ran away with the first set, much different story here in set number 2. As the Nighthawks take a 17-16 lead on the service error by Gabby Stegmuller, who checks out of the match. That one way too strong.
That's out of bounds.
Last touch by Maddie Batiste. And it's 18-16, Northwest Nazarene in front. Nice dig by Tran to Gannetti. Batiste will try again. Very nearly picked up the point. Siegfried there. Right in front of her. Number 2, Cami Henninger, who pushes the Nighthawks lead to 3. It's 19-16.
official social media pages. Make sure to give your
Cammy
comments
Henninger,
Instagram, Facebook, and
who
Twitter
came into
at
this match
SPU
averaging
Volleyball.
2.39
SPU
kills per
Volleyball
game.
for social media connections to your Falcon volleyball team.
Leads Northwest Nazarene with 5 kills now. We'll keep it right here during the timeout. 19-16, Nighthawks in front of Seattle Pacific. As we remind you of some other Seattle Pacific University sports news. The Falcon cross-country teams are getting ready for next weekend's GNAC Championships. Those races are next Saturday, November 3rd at Western Oregon University in Monmouth, with the men starting at 10 a.m. and the women at 11 a.m. The volleyball team hits the road next week, visiting Alaska Anchorage on Thursday and Alaska Fairbanks on Saturday. Both matches start at 8 p.m. Pacific time, and then the Falcons are back home at Royal Brome Pavilion on November 8th and 10th when Simon Fraser and Weston Washington visit the pavilion. So that's what's going on in some other Falcon sports news. Mackenzie Lee will serve out of the timeout, and she picks up an ace. 20-16. Northwest Nazarene starting to create a little bit of separation now. They will wipe a wet spot on the floor. The play will resume. Lee with the serve. Here's Crespi. What a kill by Sean Crespi. Set up beautifully by Simone Tran, who just picked up her 18th assist to lead everybody by a pretty considerable margin. Won't be long until Simone Tran is the all-time leader in assists for this Falcons program. Falcons are going to pick up a point. Net violation on Northwest Nazarene. Doug English coming over, chatting with the official. He's convinced by what he hears, and now Simone Tran will serve. Nice job by Gannett, keep it alive right in front of the Falcons bench. Henninger. Falcons get the point. Down by just one, a 3-0 spurt by SPU. Tran serves. Siegfried digs it out. Kept alive. What a dig by Gannett, or was it? No, they say it was down. Boy, that was so close. 21-19. Northwest Nazarene in front. Back to serve. Kayla Owen. Batiste with the dig. Tran setting up Gaines. And a nice dig by Sal. Henninger denied by Gannett. Odo sends it over. She's denied by Lee. Foster's bid was no good. Good rally here. Henninger with a soft toss. Simone Tran stays home to get it. Odo will try. Kept alive. Foster. Too strong. Out of bounds. Falcons within one. No, they're going to say it was touched by the Falcons. Out of bounds to give the point to Northwest Nazarene. And the Falcons and Abby Wright are going to challenge that. So they're going to go to the replay monitor. Sure looked like the Falcons had the point before the official in front of the scores table ruled that it was tipped by one of the Falcons before it went on its way out of bounds. So that play currently under review. Mentioned earlier the 12-match winning streak for Northwest Nazarene against Seattle Pacific. That's the longest winning streak for for any team against another team within the GNAC. So the Falcons looking to snap that today, down 1-0, trying to avoid going down 2-0 heading into the break. And that point after review will stay with Northwest Nazarene. So they have a 3-point lead, 22-19. Kayla Owen will serve, who has played some libero this year. Here's Gaines. Picks up the point and hit the floor just before Sale was able to get a knuckle on it. And SPU down by just 2, 22-20.
Also back in, number 18, Allie Donahoe. Donahoe serving.
Allie Donahoe checks back into the match for SPU. She will go back and serve.
The call stood for the review.
Falcons trying to make some noise, even it up at 1-1 going into the break. And now Northwest Nazarene 2 points away from taking a 2-0 lead. That was Brooke Foster. Number 9 in white for the Nighthawks, and Abby Wright wants to call a quick timeout to regroup SPU before the break. We'll take another look at some other SPU Falcons sports news. The SPU women's soccer team winds up the regular season today with a visit to GNAC co-leader Concordia Portland at 4 p.m. The Falcons already have clinched a berth in next week's GNAC tournament, which will be played at Concordia on Thursday and Saturday. And they will find out their semifinal opponent and what time they are playing after today's games are complete. After a tough 2-1 loss at Simon Fraser on Thursday night, the men's soccer team returns to action tonight in Bellingham against the Western Washington Vikings. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. tonight. The Falcons wrap up the season next Thursday at home with senior night against the St. Martin Saints at 7 p.m. at Inter Bay Stadium. All the latest news on Seattle Pacific Athletics is just a click away at www.spufalcons.com. 23-20, Northwest Nazarene in front. Here in the second set, they're already up 1-0 as the teams come out of the timeout. My name is Max Gunn. Great to have you with me this afternoon from the Royal Brome Pavilion in Seattle. Here's Jaden Hooker. And the Falcons will get the point. It was off of the hands of Henninger and went out of bounds. So the Falcons now trying to make a run. Amanda Gannett will serve. Away it goes. Henninger would like to have that dig back, but likely kept alive. Taylor Markland gets it done. She leads the team with a .297 hitting percentage. And that one will help that go up even more as she gets the point to make it 24-21. And now Nazarene serving for the set. Hooker, too strong, out of bounds it goes. And Northwest Nazarene takes set number 2, 25-21. And they have a 2-0 lead here at the break at the Royal Brome Pavilion. So the Falcons, who have lost 3 matches in a row at home, are 1 set away from having it be 4 straight. So if they're going to win this one, they'll have to take 3 in a row and force this match to a 5-gamer. After falling in game 1, 25-18, the Falcons fall in game 2, 25-21, and are down 2-0 as we reach the break. Third set coming up in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. My name is Max Gunn. You are listening to GNAC Volleyball on Stretch Internet. Welcome back inside the Roy Brome Pavilion on the campus of Seattle Pacific University. The Falcons looking to rally here at home. And set number 3 is underway. Simone Tran sends it off for the Falcons. They were down 2-0. And the first point of set number 3 will go to Northwest Nazarene. This is a really big match for the Falcons to try and continue to climb the standings within the GNAC conference. After today, just 4 more matches remain. And now the Nighthawks take a 2-0 lead in this third set. Henninger to serve. Henninger sets it up. And a kill picked up by Kayla Sal. The outside hitter, who I mentioned earlier, switched positions quite a bit during her time in a Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks uniform. And at just 5'9", she's relatively short for an outside hitter, but Coach Doug English says her really strong vertical jumping ability makes up for that. There's an ace there by Henninger to make it 4-0 Nighthawks. Off to a really good start out of the break. Gabby Odo trying to break up that streak. But it's volleyed back over by Northwest Nazarene. Tran setting up Crespi in the middle. Dug out of there by Siegfried. Mackenzie Lee delivered a shot, and that one is out of bounds. Gabby Odo with a great strike, but just did stay out of bounds. It's 5-0 Northwest Nazarene. Odo will try again. What a dig by Siegfried. Haley Gaines. She was denied by Siegfried. Gaines rears up. Out of bounds. Hit right off of the official on the far side. How about a 6-0 start in this third set for the Nighthawks? And the Falcons need to find a way to stop the bleeding. Already down 2-0. Odo with a little soft tap, tried something different, but no go. Now Odo with a more conventional strike. Dug out of there. Here's Haley Gaines. Henninger fights it off. Nice long rally here, Odo. Right into the arms of Abby Bloom. Gaines with a soft toss gets it in. Haley Gaines picks up the kill. It's the first point of this third set for the Falcons. Now down 6-1. Gabby Odo back to serve. Almost picked up an ace. Siegfried had to get really low to stay in front of that. Gaines tried the soft toss again, and it works again. Haley Gaines with back-to-back kills for SPU. Now down 6-2. Odo sends it away. That's Bloom with a big strike. She was denied. Now Batiste picks up a kill. Maddie Batiste from the outside. 3 straight points for the Falcons. Northwest Nazarene will get one back to make it 7-3. Doug English, the coach of these Nighthawks, in his 6th season at the helm of the program, entered the year with a 107-31 record overall and a 76-20 record within the GNAC. Which are obviously some incredible numbers. That's why this year is so different for the Nighthawks, with them struggling at just 5-17 overall. That one stays in. Sean Crespi.
Point for the Falcons. Gabby Stengel returns.
Finds that back right corner to tuck it in to bring the Falcons within 3 at 7-4. Doug English won the GNAC in 2014. Was named the GNAC Coach of the Year. So a lot of success in this program. Falcons get another, now within 2. Gabby Stegmoller and Haley Gaines in front of the net, combining to provide some punch. Trans setting up Odo. Gets the kill. Gabby Odo. How about this? Falcons have controlled 6 of the last 7 points, and they're down by just 1. Abby Blue couldn't get it to go. Was handled in front by Gaines. Siegfried calls for it, setting up Sal. But right there was Odo, and Gaines hit it into her own side of the net. 8-6, Northwest Nazarene.
Mackenzie Lee serving.
And serving it up is Mackenzie Lee. She gets an ace to make it 9-6 Nighthawks. Meanwhile, Abby Wright, coach of the Falcons, in her 2nd year at the helm of SPU. She led the Falcons to their first winning season since 2013 last year in her 1st year. That one struck out of bounds off the Falcons to make it 10-6 Nazarene. Falcons finished 15-13 last year, and then even 10-10 within the GNAC. So Abby Wright certainly has this program headed in the right direction under her leadership, with assistant coach Corinne Wild right by her side. Gaines. What a punch from Haley Gaines. That is her 10th kill to bring the Falcons back to within 3. Gaines leads all players on the floor with those 10 kills. There's Gabby Odo trying to dig it, but it's too hot to handle. It goes out of bounds to make it 11-7 Nighthawks. Gabby Odo had 10 straight double-doubles before finishing 1 dig short on Thursday against Central. So Odo trying to start that new streak today. She has 9 digs and 5 kills. That's a point for the Nighthawks. They go back up by 5, 12-7.
In the match for the Falcons, number 25, Katie Mansfield.
And Katie Mansfield will check in now for SPU. Mansfield, the junior from Linwood.
That
was last touch by Northwest Nazarene. Maddie Matisse with a really nice job on the outside. Now the Falcons now down by just 4. There's an ace picked up by Mally Donahoe. Falcons, only behind by 3. Katie Mansfield wearing number 25 in maroon for SPU. There's a long list of family history as Donahoe commits an error. Long list of family history, by the way, of Seattle Pacific University. Her dad graduated from SPU in 1991, and her older sister currently attends Seattle Pacific. So the third member of her family to attend this school as the Falcons get another point. Gabby Odo with the kill. And the Falcons are down 13-10 in this third set, trailing 2-0. Henninger, tapped by Crespi. Now Crespi in the middle. Out of bounds. Just barely. Northwest Nazarene goes back up by 4.
For the Nighthawks returning, Bloom and Nelson. Nelson to serve.
Megan Nelson, the junior, back to serve. Dug out of there by Donahoe. Trance setting up Odo, looking for 2 kills in a row, and she gets it. 7th kill of the day for Gabby Odo as Haley Gaines checks back in. Served up by Tran. Here's Bloom. Denied by Odo. Bloom has been kept mostly in check today by the Falcons. She has just 4 kills. She's their leader in that department, averaging over 3 per game, which is 10th best within the GNAC conference. Net violation on the Falcons there gives the point back to Northwest Nazarene. And as Cami Henninger goes back to serve, Abby Wright calls a timeout. Falcons down by 4, 15-11 here in this third set. We'll take a break, step aside. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to SPU Volleyball on Stretch Internet. So out of the timeout, Falcons will look to rally down by 4, 15-11 in this third set. Down 2-0. Tammy Henninger served it away, but the music was still going. So the official blew it off, and she will reserve. Off it goes, dug out by Donahoe. Haley Gaines with a big slam, but it's dug out by Sal. Falcons need to get it over, and they do. And a kill in there from number 6, Abby Bloom. I spoke too soon. Said she had been mostly kept in check. And the leading player in kills for the Nighthawks gets her 5th of the day. Service error to give the point serve back to the Falcons. Down by 4. At 16-12. Abby Bloom, the sophomore from Troy, Idaho, was the volleyball athlete of the year. All 4 of her seasons at Troy High School. Maddie Batiste hits it into the Falcons side of the net to make it 17-12 Nazarene.
Point for Northwest Nazarene. Serving number 10, Natalie Knopf.
Bloom had a season high 22 kills back at home last week against Western Oregon. That one is served by Siegfried. Crespi gets the kill. Sean Crespi in front. And the Falcons down by 4 at 17-13. Amanda Gannett back to serve. And the Nighthawks able to capitalize. Mackenzie Lee and Brooke Foster back in now for Doug English's team. Up by 5 in this third set. Another dig there by Gannett. That was her 14th dig of the day. Trent setting up a tease. Out of bounds. Was it touched? Yes. Ricocheted off of one of the Nighthawks. SPU. Back to within 4. Gaines serves. Dug out by Sale. Batiste. Big heavy hit. Siegfried right there. Trent chases it down. Batiste will try again. Too strong, out of bounds. 19-14. With West Nazarene in front as Katie Mansfield comes back in now for Haley Gaines. They're going to review that last play to see if that was in or out off of the right hand of Maddie Batiste. So Amanda Gannett now with 14 digs on the day for Seattle Pacific has moved up to number 3 all-time on SPU's all-time list. Passes Tori Mount, who accomplished that feat in 2008. So Amanda Gannett now has 1,553 digs in her SPU career. It's been a great one for her. The senior libero from Hillsboro, Oregon. Not too far outside of Portland. After that review, the point stays with Northwest Nazarene. It was indeed out by Maddie Batiste. Now Batiste makes up for it. She picks up a kill there. The Falcons down by 4 at 19-15. So again, congratulations to Amanda Gannett. Whole bunch of Falcons moving up on the all-time list between Gannett and the digs, Simone Tran and the assists, Sean Crespi with the blocks. That one kept alive. Tran to Odo, gets the kill. And now it's just a 3-point game here in set number 3. Donahoe to serve. Too strong, out of bounds it goes. A service error. And it's 20-16 Northwest Nazarene. All of a sudden the Nighthawks 5 more points away from sealing the deal today. Henninger, nice dig by Gannett. Give her 15 on the day. Now Stegmuller with a soft toss, finds some space. Gabby Stegmuller, nicely done, right in front of the net. Just taps it right over a couple of Nighthawks and found some space. 20-17. Really good action here in this third set. Now Stegmuller back to serve. Dug out by Henninger. Now Henninger coming up for the kill. What a block by Crespi. But a net violation was committed to make it 21-17 Northwest Nazarene. Northwest Nazarene hailing from Nampa, Idaho, which isn't but 20 minutes outside of Boise. Making the trip here to Seattle for some GNAC volleyball. Gabby Odo on the outside. Bloom is there, and it's sent over. Odo will try again. Siegfried answers the bell, and now Henninger out of bounds off of one of the Falcons to make it 22-17. And Abby Wright wants to call another timeout. The Nighthawks 3 points away now from taking this match. Falcons trying to avoid being swept at home here this week. They were swept on Thursday against Central Washington. In some other SPU sports news, it's that time of year again. It's basketball time. Both the men and the women will get underway in exhibition games next week for SPU. The men will tangle with the Washington Huskies on Thursday, November 1st at 7 p.m. in an exhibition match. And the women are right here at Brome Pavilion on Saturday, November 3rd against George Fox in their exhibition tune-up. That one is at 4 p.m. For all the latest news on Seattle Pacific Athletics, it's just a click away at www.spufalcons.com.
Serving will be Megan Nelson.
Megan Nelson will serve for Northwest Nazarene out of the timeout, 22-17. Nighthawks lead it in the third set, already up 2-0. Gabby Odo with a hot shot, but Siegfried digs it out. Now Henninger nearly picked it up, but kept alive by the Falcons. Nicely done by Simone Tran. Henninger will reload. Somehow that was kept alive. Boy, oh boy. Crespi gets the point to fall. Seventh kill of the day for Sean Crespi. And now Northwest Nazarene goes up 23-18. Cammie Henninger back to serve. Donahoe very nearly got a kill. Here's Gaines. The opposite gets it done. Number 11 on the day for Haley Gaines. Now it's 23-19. Falcons not going away, still within 4. And Odo to serve. Nice job by Crespi, and Gaines in front. Nice job again. Same spot, same result. Sale tried to get it over. And now Maddie Batiste gets a kill. 23-20. Falcons down by 3. Odo sends it away. Siegfried receives. And a net violation on the Falcons. Gives a point to Northwest Nazarene, who is up 24-20. And Shaylee Siegfried will now serve for the match. Away it goes. Tran to Gaines. It's out of bounds. Oh, so close. The Falcons cannot believe it. Pointing towards their bench. They want their coach to challenge this. But if it was indeed out, this match is going to be over. So they are going to take a look.
Coach for Seattle Pacific is challenging whether the ball was in.
Haley Gaines
Is currently under review.
delivered a big blow from her opposite side. And the official ruled it out. And again, if the call stands, Northwest Nazarene is going to sweep this match and get out of here with their 13th consecutive win against the Falcons. The Falcons seemed very convinced right away that that was in, but it was indeed out as the call stands on the court. The official finished looking at the replay monitor, pointed to the bench of Northwest Nazarene. And the Nighthawks take the third set and the match by a score of 25-20. They took set number 1, 25-18, number 2, 25-21. And again, the third set by a score of 25-20. So a very disappointing two-match homestand for SPU. They're swept in both matches against Central Washington, as well as this afternoon against Northwest Nazarene. And the Falcons now have lost